Whoa, hey guys. Good evening. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Today's March 3rd. It is, yes, uh, Tuesday all day. It's great to be with you here on Inspirations for Your Life as I was just finishing up some other things and have a great show for you tonight. As always, the book is coming a lot closer than everyone thought. But it's very, very close. We're going to have one more chapter I think, to go, and then I believe we have proofing, and we're done. So really excited. The chapter that I'm working on now, and then one more chapter. It's a day in the life of John. So it's kind of a neat chapter about what I do and stuff like that. And so it's really cool. But I do want to encourage you if you are new here. First, I want to welcome you and thank you for joining me. If you have been here many times before, well, of course, welcome back. It's always great to have people back. We are working on our new website, JCM Academy. That'll be coming. So that's going to be like the home of where Inspirations for Your Life lives. Jay Moore and Jay Moore Tech Talk Show has, you know, its own website, but now JCM Academy is going to be the home for Inspirations for Your Life. And of course, all my other things like coaching, keynote speaking, and things like that. I know it's been a long time in the planning, but it's finally starting to turn its gears. We're hoping to have everything resolved probably before the end of the month, probably by April 1st or so. We'll probably have the site up. That's no April Fool's joke, by the way. All right. So if you have not checked out believemeachieve.com, what are you waiting for? Go check that out right away after the show is over. That is not now. And you can get my short form content, my long form content, all kinds of other great stuff like articles, reels, and so much more. All right. So let's kick this show off. Are you ready? I know I am. All right. It's Inspirations for Your Life. In case you guys didn't know that, the whole topic that we're mastering this week is owning your choices, clarity, courage, and calmness. And Tuesday, today, March 3rd, we're all about focus, prioritization, and clarity. Oh, who am I? Sure. I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student, and a passionate lifelong learner. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's great to be with you here. And pretty soon, a published author. So really excited about that. So today, I'm diving into how focus, prioritization, and clarity convert your intent to measurable results, right? The ROI, and also protect your energy because I think that's a problem. A lot of people will get somewhere, but then they lose their energy and create this unstoppable momentum that you're going to be so proud of. All right. So, focus, ladies and gentlemen, turns intention into measurable results. Okay. It doesn't just happen by, snapping your fingers or clapping your hands or yelling. It doesn't happen like that. It happens by purposeful intention. Just like myself writing this book, the book didn't just happen. The book happened because of a purposeful intention that I've had for a while. And I said, I got to write this book. The true story is that I had another book I wanted to write, but I wasn't ready to write that book yet. So I put that book on a back burner and I started writing this book, which I thought was more important. It's about how 10 years of my life changed my entire life. So you're definitely going to want to read that. The title will be revealed when we make the title public. That'll be happening. That'll be happening like May. No, the actual it'll happen March 1st, actually. March, let's see, March. No, sorry. It'll happen right about middle to late April, sorry. And the book tour will start right around May 1st. That'll be where the book tour starts. So concentration on one key goal multiplies your impact every single day. But the key, guys, is you have to do it over and over and over again. That's a challenge. Prioritization ensures energy is spent on what matters most. Every choice either moves forward with you, or unfortunately, guys, it drains your time and, of course, your precious energy. And there's no real way to understand that until you've been part of a situation. And I think it's important that you understand, what's happening, why things are going a certain way. And I think that's something that a lot of people, for whatever reason, they just get, I don't know, they get stuck in this enigma. They don't know what to do or what to say, and they get in this procrastination jail, basically, which is not a good thing, guys. It's not a good thing. So, I want to let you know that you have the tools to do what you want to do, but you've got to have the intention to put those tools to use. All right. Clarity, ladies and gentlemen, simplifies tough decisions. Remove the noise in your life, and you'll see the path very clearly unfold before you. Avoid forbidden distractions. Those time stealing habits sabotage you silently, whether you're aware of it or not. Concentration multiplies effort, impact, deliberate focus amplifies even small actions. Key actions build unstoppable momentum. Start with high leverage tasks for compounding success. Clear objectives, ladies and gentlemen, they will guide choices, your daily ones. And you know what? Those daily choices are important because it could turn the overwhelming things that you may have in your life into actionable steps. And I think that's a really important one that a lot of people don't realize is that when we get overwhelmed, it's like, oh my gosh, like where do I go from here? Like what do I do from here? And I know that that can really take a toll on a lot of people. All right. But the key to getting out of all this is, ladies and gentlemen, intention. Intention. That's the key, guys. It's intention. And the key is to do it not just once, but continuously. Avoid overcommitting, guys. I know we want to be nice guys and ladies, but we need to realize our own cup needs to be full. Oh, and if you guys are thirsty, I know I didn't tell you this this evening. Don't forget to get yourself an RO water or a drink or snack or fruit or something like that. Feel free to do that. All right. Um, Avoid that overcommitment to protect the focus. Say no. It's a strategic advantage. All right. That's important. And laser focus produces exponential progress. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Not just once, guys, but every single time. And, when we think about this, it's like, how do I be consistent when things around me are falling apart? Well, you look at what you're doing now and you focus on the good in your life, right? That's probably the most important thing. Prioritization, ladies and gentlemen, prevents energy leakage. Misaligned tasks are hidden drains on your productivity. And the thing is, most people don't realize, I talk about this in my book, by the way. Most people don't realize that these hidden holes that we have, these taps, I'll call them, they're draining us. And it really doesn't come full circle until either it causes us to shut down by force or forces us to take a rest or something like that, or possibly gets us to see a different light. But many people don't take their body's cues seriously. Oh, I can push it. I can push it. I can push it. What happens in your car if the car is on E? Well, depending on what kind of car you might have 10 miles, you might have 12 miles, you might have 3 miles, 2 miles, 1 mile, or you might have 0 miles. Yeah, you're riding on fumes, so that's not good. Clarity, ladies and gentlemen, reduces uncertainty, and confident decisions come from understanding the priorities. What are your priorities in life? Do you know what they are? Or do you constantly, get befuddled by, well, I just got to do everything that I have to do and hopefully everything will catch up? That's not the way to do things, guys. We have to realize that what you're doing for you. You're not doing it for other people. Now, when you do something good and you make a change in your life, I got to promise you, Other people are going to get curious to say, hey, what are you doing? It's this subtle effect that has more empowerment than, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. When you're quiet and you have that subtle effect, it changes you. It changes you. Focus routines, guys, strengthen the habits in your life. Repetition creates reliability and it builds a mental muscle. Just like, I do weights every day. When you focus on something, when you concentrate, when you do something consistently like that, you build your mental muscle. And when your muscles get stronger, they serve you a lot better. Avoid shortcuts, guys, that compromise the success that you're on the path to attaining. True progress is built, it's not hacked. I know a lot of people that, you know, they see success and then they mock it. You remember, guys, I was talking about a story where I literally went into these Facebook groups and I was just blowing out of the water in them. Now, I don't say this to brag. I say this to let you know what happened. So, this one particular group that I was in, I became like the top level, I'm going to say in less than a month or two. It got so bad with the people in the group that they thought I was spamming the group, but I wasn't. I was putting out content that actually educated people and got great interactions. I had 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 comments. One person makes a comment to me saying, stop your spam. And I message them and I say, it's not spam. I said, it's educational posts. And every time I post them, he'd be like, oh, here's another spam post. And I said to him, why don't you post something? And he came back to me, he says, I do. They don't go anywhere. So the fact that you're jealous that my content is resonating with people, that's not good. You know what he did? He told the admin. I was only there a few months, making a pretty big name for myself. And he was there probably years. I didn't like the fact that my name kept popping up for him. But you know what, guys? You're going to get this in life. You're going to get people that try to get you to act with haste, to act with no integrity, to act because it'll make you less successful. It's pretty bad when people out there are trying to give you help on how to become less successful. I don't know what to say about that, guys. I think that's just downright wrong, right? Downright wrong. But people do it every day. They do it every single day. And that's an important thing to realize, that it happens every single day. You have to be mindful of these things. And you have to understand that your deliberate choices that you make every day in your life set the benchmarks, plant the pillars for what you're building. And I want to tell you something else. Never stop building. Keep building your entire life. If people tell you that you shouldn't build, or people tell you shouldn't do this or do that, if you're growing and you're helping others, there are a lot of people in this world that unfortunately are, sad to say, jealous. Makes me think of the song. You remember Nick Jonas, Jealous? It just blows my mind how that happened. So I was in this chat with this guy, and I was telling him I've been really busy. I'm working on my master's and my PhD, and he goes, well, and then I have a book coming out. He goes, oh well, my okay, so It was like, can you top this? And the sad part was he was well over a teenager. He was practically even almost an adult, maybe close to my age, maybe a little younger. And that's how we act. That's what social media is about. I think that's the wrong reason for social media. Social media is designed to bring people together. Yeah. It's designed to create a culmination, right? Ladies and gentlemen, these people, whether they're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever, you don't get a lot on LinkedIn. You get on LinkedIn is you get the people trying to tell you, oh, I looked at your profile and you're going to be a great fit. And can you send me your WhatsApp number? Nope. Block. Why is it that people on LinkedIn feel they have to pitch you? Don't they know that by doing that, we're going to click one button and say block? Don't they know that? But they keep pushing. Is it because they don't know? Or is it because they like the feeling of getting rejected? I'm not sure. Attention, ladies and gentlemen, to management is a modern superpower. When I have conversations with a lot of these people on LinkedIn, I never pitch anybody. I listen to the conversation intelligently. I give some feedback. I ask some questions. They might ask some questions back. And I usually respond back with 2 or 3 sentences. They might send me a book and I send 2 or 3 sentences. I think when your motive is not to dominate, but just to be present, other people become aware of that. And you might go from a stranger to maybe a LinkedIn connection to maybe even somebody who's respected in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you right now, guard your mind like it's a rare resource. Because if you don't, people will exploit it. And by exploiting it, they're also going to take your energy and drain you. Prioritize results, guys, over busyness. I know we want to show we're busy, but who do we need to prove we're busy to? Nobody. Prioritize the results, ROI. Motion is not always progress. Looking busy is not always success. It's an illusion to you and other people, but it's not always success. Clarity allows confident action. Knowing your why makes the how easier. I love that, guys. If your why can make the how easier, that's an amazing thing. One task, guys, just one task at a time will maximize impact. Multitasking kills momentum. I don't know if you know that. So many companies want you to multitask, but really what you're doing is you're dividing yourself into like a million pieces. And when you do that, you know what happens? You're not giving your undivided attention. I would rather have 5 minutes of your undivided attention than 40 or 60 minutes of your non-undivided attention. You're probably not even going to remember what I was talking to you about in that, let's say, 40 minutes. But in that 5 or 10 minutes of undivided attention, just to me, it's going to make sense. It's going to show you the value that I'm trying to offer you. Avoid the mental clutter. It happens everywhere. Personal, business, volunteering. Declutter your mind to focus on what actually matters. Align actions with long-term goals. Small daily decisions compound into destiny. Clarity reduces hesitation. Confident decisions, well, they generate immediate results. When you show confidence, it's not something you brag about. It's a presence that's there that people sense. You ever been around somebody who let's say, is very calm, very well mannered, and respectful, but knowledgeable, but also not trying to raise their voice louder than yours. In fact, when you raise your voice, they lower theirs. May say something like, I understand, sir, that you're upset, or I understand, Joe, that you're upset. And I'm here to help if you want my help. See, there's no reason you should stand around and get kicked like a punching bag. And what I learned not too long ago is that one of the most precious skills you can have is executive tempering. All right, John, what is tempering? Tempering is holding back with a presence. That's wild. So when somebody sees that I'm tempering a situation, could be an argument, a disagreement, they don't put as much fuel into it. See, I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm trying to just be present, listen to the other party, share my side. I might win, I might lose. But to me, it's not an argument unless two people are fighting. If one person's saying something, okay, I understand what you're saying. And I'm just curious. I'm sure you have a reason for stating that. What is it? And what makes you feel that way today? They're going to go bonkers. They're going to be like, huh? I'm yelling at you and I'm expecting you to. You're expecting me to what? Yell back? I don't do those things. That was stuff I did in high school. I don't do those things anymore. Well, if I'm not going to argue with you, then how are we going to get anything settled? Who says we have to settle anything? Who says we even have to be here today? And when you start putting these questions in people's heads, they're like, wait a minute. This is not fun. I'm not getting a rise out of this person. I'm pushing their buttons, but they're not reacting, right? When you don't react to someone else's stimuli, they stop pushing, they stop pressing, they start realizing that, hey, I am doing this, but it's not having an effect on this person. It used to, but it's not now. Focused action prevents wasted time. Execution beats endless planning. I know a lot of people that want to plan forever. The planning procrastinators, right? Avoid distractions, hijacking attention. Your environment shapes your focus. So if you can be calm, peaceful, someone with intent, you make a difference in your life and everyone else's life. It's not about trying to be the loudest person. No, it's just being present. Prioritization, guys, compounds effectiveness, stacking high value actions that accelerate your success and hopefully the success of other people. You see, guys, clarity sharpens intuition for complex choices. Clear minds make better calls. Focus prevents regret from missed opportunities. Attention on what matters leaves no room for doubt, guys. Work on aligning your priorities with your core values. When your actions match your values, momentum just becomes effortless and uses basically almost no energy. Clarity ensures consistency in results. See, reliable outcomes come from steady, deliberate effort. Avoid energy draining shortcuts. Quick fixes often cost more, guys, in the long run. Might seem like you're getting somewhere, but you're really not. Focus effort multiplies outcomes beyond effort alone. Leverage your energy wisely. Prioritization plus clarity, P plus C, create unstoppable progress. The combination of smart choices and decisive action generates compounding momentum. That's a pretty important thing, guys. And as I'm wrapping up here with you guys tonight, remember focus and clarity. They're not just ideas, they're both actionable choices that you make in your life every single day. Every single day. So when you make a conscious decision to prioritize intentionally, you protect your energy and you act with deliberate clarity. See, progress compounds quietly, but something happens about the quiet. I had a situation the other day where somebody was a little bit upset because they were doing something wrong. And it's not about pointing out that they're wrong, but it is about getting respect. And I say to people, look, I understand you're under the gun. I understand you're having a challenge. And I also expect you to act in a professional and courteous manner to me. Otherwise, I'm going to leave. People go bonkers with that. When you calmly put on your jacket and get ready to leave, they start to get a little nervous. Like, well, where are you going? I'm going to leave. There's no point hanging around here with, someone just yelling at me. Hopefully that opens your eyes the first time it happens. But the key is not to yell back. No. The key is to de-escalate the argument. And it's not an argument if one person is speaking loudly. It's not an argument, guys. It's somebody yelling, but an argument takes two people. Two people. Remember that, guys. It takes two people. Well, this has been fun, guys. You can catch all of my latest shows, of course, and episodes and additional tools at believemeachieve.com. And when the book is announced, you'll be able to catch it there. It'll be right at the top. These are all available, these forms of content, 24/7, 365 days a year. And they'll help you strengthen your clarity, your confidence, and build deliberate action. I hope you guys have a fantastic one. I'll catch you real soon. Be well, everyone.